Have you ever wondered what are some of the worst absolute tips that could kill the growth of your YouTube channel and what you should stop doing? Well, I wondered that as well. So we're going to go ahead, check out this content creator called Dan the Creator. I've been following his videos for quite some time now, and let's see exactly what he thinks has been killing the growth of your YouTube channel.
Chances are you're just following bad advice. Now, every day,
Thousands
of small YouTubers give up. Not because they aren't trying hard enough, but because they've been listening to really bad advice. Now, you've probably heard things like just post consistently or all you need is one viral video, but
Okay, so I'm one of the people that say post consistently, but I'm not one of the people that say you just need a viral video. So let's exactly see what he says, because he's a content creator that does post consistently. However, you should be thinking about the actual content that you're posting, not just posting anything willy-nilly, which what I never preach, but you know, it's always topic. That's one of the major big things when posting consistently, but let's see what he says.
These lies are exactly what's been holding you back. So in this video, I'm exposing the worst YouTube advice that's keeping small creators stuck. So the very first bit of bad advice I'm going to expose is the gurus telling you all you need is one viral video.
Absolute listen, folks, look, I can tell you straight up, as someone that has multiple viral videos, no, it's not all you need is one, because even after that one viral video, you guys know, for those of you that follow my channel, I had a video that blew up to 67 million views back in 2023, 2024, did not take advantage of it, completely missed my opportunity at that time to grow my channel. So yeah, it's not. And I also just recently had another viral video, which I showed you guys if you've been following my YouTube channel, on a brand new channel that I rebranded. Well, I guess you said just a channel I rebranded and switched over everything towards one entire niche. We have a viral video on that one, and it hasn't, you know, blown up the channel necessarily to the way that a lot of these other content creators have been talking about.
Now, a lot of you might not want to hear this truth, but unfortunately it has to be said. And I'm going to show you the exact experience that happened to me too. Now, what might be surprising to hear is that actually having one super viral video could really hurt your channel in the future.
Yes.
So to explain what I mean,
I had a
let's
short
say your channel
that
has like
destroyed my long form content,
and you've built up these subscribers after posting like 20 different videos. This means you've built up a diverse audience from a diverse set of videos. So over time, the audience you've built should be interested in all of your content. Because realistically, all the videos you post are going to be at least somewhat different from each other. Like,
speed up just a little bit.
Exactly the same. Now, whilst one viral video can really help to grow your channel fast in the short term, you just need to be really careful that you don't end up limiting yourself to one successful video. So let's say again, your account has 200 subscribers, but then you have a super viral video and you get like 5,000 new subs. Now, those 5,000 new subs are only subscribing to you because of that one video. Now, this is where it gets dangerous, because there's a high likelihood that unless all of your new videos are going to be exactly the same as that one viral one, those new subscribers simply might just not be interested in them. And in this case, if you want your channel to be sustainable over the long run after one viral video, you might end up having to limit yourself to only creating new videos that are really similar to that one viral one.
So in my instance, on my anime channel, my viral video was around old school anime, and I had like the Google trend for it and everything, but I saw myself just making videos about old school anime, and honestly I should have just continued to push that trend a bit more. I mean, even nowadays when I still do videos about old school anime, they still get views, but the majority of people who subscribe to my channel, we're talking about 100,000 people through YouTube Shorts subscribed from that one video. And yeah, maybe I should just continue doing old school anime, because yes, there's a niche for it, but at the same time, the audience that I was cultivating way beforehand was like modern anime. They like isekai anime, you know, whole different audience within the anime genre, within the anime niche, especially when you're talking about reaction based content.
Which means you might not be able to create a diverse range of videos that you actually enjoy creating. Okay, so here is my most viral YouTube video from my travel channel. It got me just under 1.9 million views, 10,000 subscribers, and it's basically a train video from Goa to Mumbai where me and my partner just reviewed the train journey. Now, 1.9 million views sounds great. 10,000 subscribers, one video, sounds great. But the amount of subscribers I had before this video was 4,971. And this video then brought in over 10,000 new subscribers. Now, the issue with this is when I click on audience, all of the subscribers from this video were like Indian. So nearly 81% of the subscribers I gained.
And that also means the amount of revenue that he got for this video was considerably much less with the RPM. If you want to take 1 million views, it probably, I mean, travel videos do make a lot more money, but because it's in India, the RPM is much less. But I know this isn't really something about like YouTube growth or I should say monetization growth. but more so channel growth.
Trip where I was going to like South Korea, Sri Lanka, Philippines, Vietnam, Thailand. I was going to all these countries that were not India. So that actually really hurt my channel because the video was here, posted 1.8 million views, great. And the next few videos did okay because they were Indians and they were from Mumbai, so 156k for Indian 3k.
So yeah, you pretty much kept on, you know, double downing.
After India. As soon as I left India, I went to Nepal and the videos tanked. Like you can see here, 5.2 thousand views, 2.2 thousand views, 1,400 views. And that's coming off the back of a video with 2 million views. So what happened was I got a massive Indian audience who liked content about Indian trains. And then I next went to Nepal and I did like different like activities in Nepal. And
no one cared.
Because I had all those subscribers not clicking on this new video, the algorithm just didn't push these videos out. So I kind of wasted nearly a whole trip in Nepal because the audience I had on my channel weren't interested. I had to post loads and loads of videos for my audience then to pick up and watch my channel like religiously. So that's the only risk you have, guys. It's like instead of aiming for one viral video, aim for like 10 good videos that bring in a smaller amount of like audience but more evenly distributed. So you can make sure that your whole
and it's hard with travel videos, especially because unless you're traveling consistently, you know, which part of consistently posting consistently, unless you're traveling consistently, to hit the mark where everyone's going to be interested in the new place you travel to, it's going to be pretty difficult because there's going to be like, for instance, if when I travel to Japan, I'm pretty sure that's going to be of a high interest for my anime viewers, as opposed to when I'll travel to say the Philippines or Thailand or even South Korea and China. You know, there's very different interests for the audience that I have, but you know, maybe because I'm, you know, doing business as a whole, which is why I mentioned in my video yesterday, why I'm taking like this a bigger shift away from focusing on just YouTube alone to expanding to different points of, you know, making an entire business empire. Might have much more growth because there might be other people who are interested that have like say businesses that sure they want to make YouTube as their main go-to point for how they want to grow their business, but how do they, you know, utilize social media? How do they build a website? You know, how do they do SEO stuff? So there's a lot of different things that I personally am learning about, you know, say this journey of building a proper business along the way or trying to build a business in public, that I want to share on this YouTube channel for YouTube content creators. So I feel like that topic itself, if you want to be a YouTube content creator, you want to like say leave the 9-to-5 grind, or you just want to have a better, you know, like a better channel to, you know, generate revenue, then I think that those types of things would be interested. I think people watching my content will be interested for learning about those other types of things business wise, especially like a lot of people ask me about music sponsorships and stuff like that. So
audiences, a diverse audience that's interested in all of your videos, as opposed to just
viral videos.
And next we have one of the most dangerous pieces of advice, and that's when gurus tell you to just copy what the big YouTubers are doing. Now this advice sounds really good in principle, so, but it can actually be really
the copy bee stuff, man.
YouTubers. But if you've been following my channel for a while, you'll know that I always advise people to do a process called idea farming, which is basically where you look out into your niche and find viral video ideas that other people have done successfully. And that's because if you're struggling to think of content ideas, taking inspiration from viral content that other people have done before can be really beneficial. However, this is where the important step comes in. Now, if you're brand new to YouTube or you have a really small account, you definitely do not want to copy what the big famous guys are doing. The reason for this is the big YouTubers like Mr.
Absolutely not. And I know we're pausing a lot, but I just want to bring this up again. There's a lot of people, including in one of my coaching courses, that release videos that say copy me, and it's great strategy. Like maybe I should even make a video that says copy me as well. But you know, at the end of the day, everyone's YouTube channel journey is different, right? And what works for me may not necessarily work for the next person. I find it I'm very thankful for a lot of people who have recently been commenting that, hey, I've like inspired them to create content. But what I would like, I saw a few people say, hey, I'm making like the same videos as you, and they're not having the same exact success, right? Because not everything is going to work one-to-one for your channel, right? Now everyone's going to have the same experience. If you copy the ideas from, like, let's say Mr. Beast makes a video about how he can get 10 million subscribers in like 3 months time, that's something that pretty much like said that he would be able to do, right? If he started today, he can make a new YouTube channel, he could probably get it up to 10 million subscribers because of everything like he knows about YouTube, right? And you see that, and then you're a YouTuber and you start showing that, hey, here's how I blew up a channel to 1 million subscribers, right? And a lot of people are going to see videos just like that. They're going to believe that, hey, you know what, this is easy. A lot of small content creators are going to see that as well. They're going to think YouTube is on easy mode, right? And then, they might join a coaching course. They might, get into somebody's program and whatnot that says, hey, I can do this exactly for you. You might pay a buttload of money, and it might not work out because it comes down, a lot of it will come down to work ethic, but a lot of it's just going to come down that, bro, that's not the same. Like, you're not going to be able to make the same type of content as a Mr. Beast, right? Like, even the content that I'm doing now, right? I'm just basically a guy on the internet, just sharing my experiences as I'm learning and seeing what other people are doing as well as I continually build my YouTube channels. There's a lot of information that I have been sharing and transparent about, for the betterment of, just being transparent and showing people what has been working for me. But it's also taking things from other content creators to see if you can implement them, right? You don't want to copy straight up. Like, that's never going to be, like, no one likes a copy at the end of the day. They want to have something a little bit original, right? So it's like what you can do different twists. Most recently, like, I changed the color of my thumbnail to yellow because I started to see that yellow was appealing to more content creators, or should I say to a wider audience on YouTube. And what I want to show you guys is this is funny how this works out. What I want to show you guys is on the specific video on my channel from yesterday, where I launched my weekly like update video, and I want to show you guys what the actually the CTR was looking like before it started to dip all the way down. And so this is the CTR on the video right now, right? So from yesterday, would you believe that the video, well, right now it's at 5.6, and then it went all the way up to right now 11.0. Would you believe me if I told you that this video actually had like a CTR of like 20 and then went back down to like around 10, and it actually had one of the highest CTRs that I had for a video on this channel so far, and that was just in the early days or the early hours of the impression. So I like to take things from what other people say and incorporate it for myself as well. But I'm sorry I cut him off. So
Ryan Turan, and pretty much like everyone else, have $1 million production budgets. So that means they literally spend millions of dollars each year on producing videos, which is the exact reasons their videos are so good. So let's say you try to copy one of their videos, but your budget is only, let's say, like $50. Your video is just going to fail. It's not happening when it comes to production. Now for me, Ali Abdal is the biggest YouTuber in my niche, but I literally never even tried to recreate his videos simply because he has a huge team around him and he has extremely
makes sense.
So if I tried to create one of his videos, it would just completely flop and just go absolutely nowhere. So instead, what you need to do is find people in your niche with smaller subscriber counts. Look for similar accounts to you with less than, let's say, 20,000 subscribers, and look at their successful content. Now you can spend hours each week searching for these videos and channels by using like the YouTube home search bar, or
you gotta be literally like obsessed obsessed when it comes to with YouTube, right? I don't want to just like watch his entire video because I want people to actually watch his video itself. And I don't want to get in the habit of doing that, but essentially when it comes down to like how it works out for him, especially because he was in like the travel niche, he probably looked at a lot of different YouTubers to see exactly their thumbnails, how they were, utilizing their content and stuff like that in order to, prop up his own travel content. And it's a genius idea, but it's all about, the budget. Like if someone's spending $1 million on the video, there's no shot that my video that I'm going to spend like probably free on is going to get the same amount of impact or even production value that their video got. I could spend, infinite amount of free time on making the video look just as nice, right? But at the same time, there's just something different when you have the actual production value of like $1 million. And I don't got $1 million. I'm just trying to get past 25k in a month, right? And I haven't even passed 1k like consistently in a month. So we got there's levels. Baby steps lead the giant strides at the end of the day, folks.
Niche. I'd look through these, give a couple of watch, and then be like, yeah, I know exactly what my next video is going to be. Now this way, guys, these guys have exactly the same budget as you do. These have only got 25,000 subscribers. These ones got 16,000 subs. These have got 25,000 subs. These aren't big creators. These guys don't have $1 million budgets. And
he's using the plugin one of 10. I've seen it before.
So if you're struggling,
I might
give one of
use it. We'll see.
In the description below for you. Okay then, the next piece of bad advice is when gurus tell you that the algorithm matters. In reality, no, the algorithm does not matter. It's your audience that matters, and your audience is going to be the only. This is
general advice that Mr. Beast have said in previous videos. So I've seen this a lot of the time. Yeah, it's the algorithm is just another key term for audience at the end of the day, right? And your audience matters, what you cultivate on your audience. Like if you start off giving videos that's all about like, and I guess you could say this is like the perfect example for why I'm doing my transition, because there's a lot of people right now that care about YouTube shorts, but I care about YouTube content as a whole, right? So that's why I'm trying to widen this micro niche, I guess you would call it, from just only talking about YouTube shorts to talking about YouTube content in general. And that's why I also changed the channel's direction slash name to going from focusing only from just YouTube to building out a business itself. And I think that's the better step that I personally wanted to take. While I am going to have content that's going to be focusing on YouTube, because I feel like 80% of what I'm doing is all about YouTube. There's all these other things that will fill out that 20%, but the YouTube algorithm
now I find
is
that
just
a lot
your
of
audience.
Small channels and wannabe gurus like to overcomplicate the role of the algorithm. Like some people find it cool to suggest that the algorithm is like some sort of incredibly complex bit of code that's impossible to break.
Which is
now,
not.
I guess in its simplest form, yeah, it is some sort of rocket science-like bit of code. But what most people don't understand is that the algorithm was simply created just to appease humans. And
yeah, and as long as you're hitting the same, we mentioned this in videos beforehand, as long as you're hitting that satisfaction, because at the end of the day, that's what your audience really cares about. As long as you're satisfying your audience, then YouTube is gonna be like, you satisfy your audience, let's push out your next video. Oh, you didn't satisfy your audience? Well, all right, well, you're not gonna get as much impressions as you got beforehand, you know.
So much easier. Like, have you ever heard someone say, oh, the algorithm just hates me? No, the audience just hated that particular video.
Yeah.
It's as simple as that. Claiming that the algorithm is working against you is just an excuse people tell themselves because they're unwilling to fix the underlying problem, which is the quality of their content. So even if you just take one thing away from this entire video, that one should be it. Next we have
Yes, it's just try to satisfy your audience.
make content you love and people will follow. Look, I get it. Everyone says just make videos based on what you love and the audience will follow. But that's only half the truth. Like, passion is important, but YouTube is also a platform driven by demand, which means it doesn't.
Yes. All right, so I was, you know what, let me, before I say anything, let's see where he's going with this.
For it's not going to grow. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to say YouTube is half the truth. Like, passion is important, but YouTube is also a platform driven by demand, which means it doesn't matter how much you love your content. If nobody's searching for it, it's not going to grow. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to say you should make videos on topics you don't enjoy just because they're trending. What I am saying is that you need to find a balance between what you enjoy and what people actually want to watch.
Okay, yeah, so this is pretty much, this is pretty sound advice, right? Obviously, I've been pretty transparent on this channel talking about the channels that I'm building on and building in, right? And I've consistently said that I am choosing fields that I love and that I can know like the back of my hand, because that is to me my unfair advantage, right? I know anime like the back of my hand. I know Asian dramas like the back of my hand. I've worked in the anime field. I worked in the Asian drama field. I have a music channel, which might be one of the worst channels to try to do content growth in. However, like, I know the music field like the back of my hand, especially when it comes to, like, say, K-pop and even the J-pop music industry. I've traveled, you know, to South Korea, rolled recently to Japan, worked with K-pop artists, worked with Korean actors, was like doing award shows for Korean actors back in the days as well. So it's like I'm in fields that I am passionate about, that people are looking to actively, you know, get content from, right? You know, when I was a K-pop YouTuber, I was one of the first K-pop YouTubers in the game back in like 2012, 2013. And I saw that field literally rise from just being on YouTube to being the global phenomenon that it is today. You know, I've had viral videos back in the days when with K-pop. I also had like multiple like other businesses that have succeeded and have failed, you know, in that field itself. But you know, that thing that I'm passionate about is something that people are actively searching for. Every single day you could go on Twitter and you might see something in Korean or in Japanese that's either K-pop or anime, and it's trending because people care about these things even more so now than beforehand. So, you know, your passion, it could be, hey man, you might want to make videos about, I don't know, eye drops, right? That does serve a specific type of audience, but not everybody every single day is going to be in demand to like look for content about eye drops, right? So you got to be real with yourself with the content that you want to make, even though it is your passion, and know that YouTube is all about matching an audience to your content. They're not trying to find a brand new audience.
If you're passionate about a topic, but it has zero search volume and no audience demand, you're
There you
basically
go.
just throwing videos out into the dark. Now think about it this way. Successful creators don't just make videos for themselves. They make videos for their audience. Like my 2 most successful videos on my travel channel were train review videos. Now I personally have...
And those train review videos were for a specific audience that wanted to know about this stuff, especially when it comes to travel videos. Think about why you're doing the travel videos, right? Are you doing it just because it's your vacation? Or are you doing these videos so other people can see your type of experience and know what to expect? Oh, they want to like videos for travel could be like how to get, you know, the cheapest food or the rarest finds or stuff like that. That's for other people to you know, to enjoy, to consume. You know, your trip itself there is the trip, you being there is already for you, right? Because you're there to enjoy it. So if you're taking time to make content, like, is the content that you're going to be making, is that going to take up the entire 24 hours that you're there in another country or whatnot? Probably not, right? Usually that's not going to be the case. So think about the content and how it can best serve other people. Then also your value from it is what you would get from other people finding that video helpful. You know, maybe that would truly be valuable.
No interest in trains whatsoever. But I only made those videos because I knew my audience likes them. And these 2 videos got me over 2 million views and 30,000 new subscribers between them. So what you need to do is, instead of just blindly following your passion, do some proper research and look at what people are searching for within your niche.
Yes.
Find out how to package your passion.
Use
in a way
those
that
Google
actually
Trends,
interests an
folks.
audience. Because at the end of the day, you're not just making videos. You're making videos.
Okay,
people
the last thing he
last but
says
not least,
here.
we have, you need to be on every single platform. Now, you've probably heard similar advice like this before. You need to be on every single platform. You need to be on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and everything. And if you're a full-time content creator with a massive team, yeah, sure, go for it. But if you're a small YouTuber and you're just starting out, this is some of the worst bits of advice you could possibly follow.
To spread yourself thin.
YouTube videos, you'll be
That's
wasting
essentially
time
it.
creating brand new content for TikTok, stressing over Instagram engagement, and sending tweets into thin air. And what this means is you'll just end up spreading yourself way too thin. And it's a reason so many new creators never get anywhere, because they end up spinning way too many plates at once and never even master one craft. So here's what you should do instead. Focus on YouTube first, master it, grow your audience, and then once you've built a solid foundation, you can start repurposing content onto other platforms. The easiest way to do this is to take your long form videos and turn them into shorts. That way...
Yeah, and for this one, I'm not sure what he's going to recommend, but we saw another video, repurpose IO
creating any more
is what you can utilize.
Already made. Now, it's well documented that shorts have the ability to bring in huge amounts of views. All of the biggest creators on YouTube upload clips daily, and the latest AI tool behind it all is Nexus Clips. Now, it's an AI tool that basically...
Okay, yeah, so he's promoting Nexus Clips. I personally am going to be using repurpose IO in the near future as a business tool to figure out if it's worth it for me. And I ain't gonna even link it or talk about it if it's not gonna work for me. I'm gonna use it myself, just like I've used other AI tools, and I will be talking about those in future videos. But that's pretty much the end of his video in terms about talking about being on every platform. I wanted to actually hear him talk about the posting consistently, because that's one thing that he didn't really cover in the video itself. And even if I think about the section where it says copy the big YouTubers, I mean, he started off the video talking about how people say don't post, posting every single day or posting consistently might be bad advice and whatnot. And so I was gonna see if he wanted to deep dive into posting consistently and either the benefits or the negatives to it, right? But that wasn't in this particular video. But what I want to say on the last point about, be on every platform, yes, you shouldn't start off on every platform in the very, very beginning, right? Because if you're here on YouTube, you should want to learn to master YouTube. If you are great on TikTok, well, then you would be great on TikTok and learn how to master TikTok before going to other platforms itself. But because the majority of you here are focused on YouTube and YouTube is what you want to do, then yes, start on YouTube and slowly build out your other social medias. I have been talking about my social medias. I don't even talk about my social medias. I think this is probably the first video I'm actually gonna talk at full length about my social medias. No, that's not even true. One of the next videos will be one. I have showed my TikTok account and how I posted one of my shorts to my TikTok account before it was about to get banned, and my short on the TikTok got 4,000 subscribers. Now I'm in the TikTok creator program from that one video. And honestly, I just never really posted on TikTok. I haven't posted on TikTok since TikTok got banned. And even before TikTok got banned, I think I only posted 4 videos in the last year. That's how much I cared about TikTok. But that's gonna change, and now that I'm pretty sure TikTok is gonna be sticking around, because hey man, that's just extra money to leave on, like, to not leave on the table. But I will be using stuff like repurpose IO in order to, you know, double down on possibly making more money through the businesses that we have with YouTube Shorts. So we'll see how that goes. At the end of the day, I think it's a good video. I recommend people check out. I still recommend people check out his content. He gave a lot of good advice about what to stop doing. Like the biggest one is don't copy the other bigger YouTubers when you have like the budget of like me, free. So if you got free budget, then in terms of like, if that free might be like zero, then yeah, don't do that, right? There's better ideas you can take from those other YouTubers, especially if you're talking to, he says target channels that are around 20,000 subscribers, look at what their best viewed videos are, and then try to recreate those or do something along those same topics, especially if it's more recent in the last like you know, week or so. Then that means YouTube has been pushing that type of content. Right now YouTube is pushing a lot of AI stuff, and I'm getting more and more into it before I make a full on video about it. But yeah, I think it's sound advice for a lot of things that he was saying. I just once again wish that he talked more about consistency, because you know, as a person that's been making a video every single day of the year so far and plans to make a video every single day, I have personally seen the growth of posting every single day. However, I'm very, you know, getting better and better at choosing topics that, one, work for me, work for YouTube, and work for the general audience. Because if I'm making videos that satisfy the audience, then that's pretty much satisfying YouTube at the end of the day, and that will eventually grow the channel itself as we grow the business empire. And this is just on this particular channel, not even on the other channels where we're having having a lot of success on, or the channels that we're failing on. So I think it's sound advice at the end of the day. We'll leave things off there. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below, and we'll catch you guys for the next video. It's your boy Card, and I'm out. Doses.